and you're welcome. You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Ranking Member Pallone, Ranking Member Tonko, and other members of the subcommittee, I appreciate this opportunity to testify. As you have stated, Yucca Mountain has been an issue of major importance for Nevadans for decades. It dates back to 1987 when President Reagan signed the so-called Screw Nevada bill into law. In the years that have followed, I, along with bipartisan business, civic, and political leaders throughout Nevada, have been unified with rare exception in vehement opposition to this failed proposal. Now, it's my understanding that today's hearing is intended to suggest that some benefit will accrue to Nevada for hosting nuclear waste generated elsewhere. Well, on behalf of 3 out of 4 Nevadans who oppose Yucca Mountain, I'm here to say we cannot and will not be bought off. Mr. Chairman, after word of this hearing got out, I was contacted by major stakeholders throughout Nevada who wanted to weigh in and have their voices heard. I have letters in opposition from leading Nevadans and organizations, also our governor and Senator Heller, an editorial from the Las Vegas Sun. I would request that these be entered into the record.
Yeah, if I can get staff to grab those and bring those up here, we'll look at them and then.
Thank you so much. Now, I realize that many people may not know about or appreciate the significant contributions and major sacrifices that Nevada made during our atomic age. More than 1,000 nuclear detonations occurred near downtown Las Vegas, and you could see the mushroom cloud rising over the desert not far away. These tests took place at a time when the federal government conducted duck and cover drills to show us how to protect ourselves from radioactive fallout. I imagine some among you will remember Bert the Turtle, duck and cover. Well, since then, billions of dollars have been paid to the residents of Nevada, Utah, and other downwind states that were under that radioactive cloud earlier in the 20th century. I give this history lesson not only to highlight Nevada's role in atomic development, but also to remind you that they told us then we were safe, and they're telling us now we're safe. Members of Congress may board a plane to my district and then be shuttled out to the desert north of town for a photo op where they can see the dry and desolate moonscape where Yucca Mountain is located. But you shouldn't be fooled by such a superficial look at land that Nevadans love and want to protect. Nevada is not a wasteland. It's home to unique desert habitats, rare and endangered species of plants and animals, iconic wildlife like bighorn sheep and desert tortoises, and cultural resources from Native American tribes dating back thousands of years. Such a quick visit also ignores the fact that beneath the surface are major fault lines and a water table that moves towards the Las Vegas Valley where 2 million people live. Furthermore, this waste that's going to be stored there has to be shipped thousands of miles across this nation on highways and byways that go through all of your districts, in fact, almost everybody in Congress's district. 14 years ago, I stood next to our Republican Governor, Kenny Gwinn, and other leaders from around the state on the day he first vetoed the Yucca Mountain site. In the years that have followed, billions of dollars have been wasted on this boondoggle, and we are still no closer to a solution. It wasn't until the Obama administration assembled a blue ribbon commission on America's nuclear future with some of the most respected experts on this topic who released a list of recommendations to guide us forward. One such recommendation, which goes to the heart of the matter and has been referenced earlier, is adopting a consent-based process by which repositories are cited. That's why I joined with my colleague, Joe Heck from the House, and Senators Harry Reid and Dean Heller to introduce the Nuclear Waste Informed Consent Act. Now, I've heard proponents make all kinds of false promises to us in Nevada. They say Nevada could receive hundreds of millions of dollars for infrastructure projects, or maybe be allocated more water from the Colorado River, for example. Well, who can take that seriously, really? This Congress has failed in its response to nearly every pressing issue facing our nation. There's not even enough money for the completion of the Yucca Mountain project, much less extra leftover bribe money to give to Nevada. Nevadans may be gamblers, but we're not fools. We know how to calculate the odds. So in conclusion, I would ask you to remember that Nevada has done its part in the development of U.S. nuclear energy. Furthermore, we didn't produce this commercial waste. We don't have any nuclear power plants. So we say keep it where it is for now, pass a consent-based bill, move forward so places who want it can have it. So in short, I urge my colleagues on this subcommittee, concentrate your efforts on ways to make progress, to move forwards, not backwards, so we can really solve this problem. I thank you for your attention, and I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back her time, and we thank her for her testimony. The chair now recognizes Congresswoman.